Hello everyone. Today, I will tell you a story. The story is titled, The Journey of Escape, The Cat's Great Adventure. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. In a small, cozy apartment on the third floor of an old building, lived two mischievous cats, Whiskers and Pudding. Their owner, a kind but oblivious woman named Susan, adored them dearly. However, Susan was often busy with work and barely noticed the two furry masterminds plotting their next big adventure. One fine afternoon, as Susan busied herself in the kitchen preparing her usual batch of tuna sandwiches, Whiskers gave Pudding a knowing look. Pudding, with his fluffy orange fur and bright green eyes, twitched his whiskers in excitement. It was time for the escape. "Today is the day," whispered Whiskers, who had carefully observed Susan's routine for weeks. "The moment she leaves for a yoga class, we'll make our move. This is our chance to finally explore the great outdoors." Pudding stretched lazily, pretending to ignore Whiskers' plans. But deep down, he too yearned for a taste of freedom. The feel of the wind through his fur, the thrill of chasing squirrels, and the unspoken promise of unlimited treats from other unsuspecting humans. "Let's do this," Pudding meowed confidently. At precisely 3:15 p.m., Susan slung her yoga mat over her shoulder and headed out the door. Whiskers, ever the tactician, had already positioned himself near the front door, eyeing the handle like a hawk. Pudding, the more athletic of the two, crouched low, his tail twitching in anticipation. As soon as the door clicked shut behind Susan, Whiskers lunged for the handle. To his surprise, the door creaked open just enough for them to slip through. The cats exchanged a victorious glance before darting out into the hallway. For the first time in their lives, they were free from the never-ending sound of the vacuum cleaner, the torturous sound of Susan singing while doing laundry, and the prison of their apartment. They stood in awe as they faced the elevator. Whiskers quickly pushed the button with his paw. The elevator ride down was both terrifying and exhilarating. Whiskers and Pudding clung to the wall, their fur standing on end as the elevator descended. When the doors finally opened, they burst into the lobby with their tails high, ready to conquer the outside world. But their adventure didn't last long. As soon as they stepped out into the street, a giant dog appeared from nowhere. It barked loudly, and both cats froze in terror. "Run!" shouted Whiskers. After what felt like an eternity of dodging and weaving between legs and parked cars, Whiskers and Pudding finally found refuge in a small alley. Their hearts raced, and their paws ached. Whiskers, though determined, could see the fear in Pudding's eyes. "I think we may have underestimated the outside world," Pudding panted. Whiskers, always the brave one, was ready to continue the adventure, but he noticed Pudding was exhausted. Maybe, just maybe, the cozy apartment wasn't so bad after all. After a brief but meaningful discussion, mostly consisting of Pudding making sad meows and Whiskers reluctantly agreeing, the two cats decided it was time to return home. They retraced their steps back to the apartment building, hoping they hadn't caused too much chaos. As they snuck back through the door just before Susan returned, Whiskers looked at Pudding and sighed. "Next time, let's stick to the windowsill," he said. Pudding meowed in agreement. They had learned a valuable lesson. The outdoors was far more unpredictable than they had imagined, and sometimes the comfort of home was the best adventure of all.